Okay, kids, hold on. All right. Okay, I see you guys. I know it's time. It's time. Dude, I'm just prepping. I'm prepping right up until the very last second before the show starts. So, good day. Good day, everyone.
Yeah.
Tony, can I get one? Yeah.
Yes, of course you can.
Good day, everyone.
There we go. Right out of the gate, Paulie. Happy Friday, buddy.
Yeah, happy Friday. Great call. Let's get this thing off to a good start today. We got all of our friends and family lined up today. Tony, we are the recipients of a very honorable pre-show super. We got a super before the show even started from one of our dear friends, Red Jet Shell. It's always a pleasure to see you, dear. So let's give her some love. Let's go see what she's got today.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. It's business time. Yes, business. Yes, business time.
Nice, dude. Nice.
There we go.
Bro, why? I think I'm going to need that pretty much daily. The arm wave, that was phenomenal, dude. The linguini arm. I call it a linguini arm. Give it to me again real quick. I just want the visual.
You just got to do
that. Oh, dude, right now, that's working for me, dude. That's working. I can't believe you've never done that to me at a show, like deep into second set.
Come on, old breaking moves, old popping and breaking.
That's the kind of thing I try to remind people of Tony's. Tony's resume is very interesting, dude. It's a very interesting resume. Accomplished baseball player, you know what I mean? Accomplished bass player, radio star, break dancer, kids, break dancer. I'm telling you, he every now and again, if the cardboard gets thrown down, Tony, I'll tell you what. How about this I'm going to put in an early Christmas present request. I don't want anything that costs money. I don't want you to have to go to a store. I wouldn't mind, though, at the Christmas party, the PMP Holiday Frolic year 2, if you wouldn't mind throwing the cardboard down and just give me a quick spin. Give me something.
I mean, I fine. I just got to do that. I just got to do a pregame stretch. That's all I got to do.
No, you got to stretch it out, of course.
Before I could just roll and literally like slap the linoleum or cardboard on the ground and just get busy. Now I need to do a whole stretching routine, Paulie. And I don't know about you, but when I peruse social media, I get targeted for all of the like older male stretching videos that are out there, dude.
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Are you getting all the Tai Chi? Are you getting Tai Chi, Paulie, and all that?
By the way, dude, I'm this close to joining like the old Chinese guys at Golden Gate Park, dude. You're gonna see me one day just Tai Chiing out, dude, with all the old Asian guys because they all go like they take it very, and I respect Tai Chi, I really do.
Respect Tai Chi, dude.
Very old men, they're like 95 and they're breaking down Tai Chi moves, and they look so at peace. I'm like, God, I want to achieve that same kind of harmony. One of these days, dude, I'm gonna join those guys. I'm telling you.
You know what's funny, Paulie, is I bring this to the San Carlos All-Star team. By the way, shout out San Carlos 12-year-old All-Stars. Today we take the field at 4 p.m. first pitch against Redwood City. But I talk to them about belly breathing because I say take a deep breath and they all do the big shoulder breath. And I'm like, no. Big belly breath. Big inhale and exhale. Use your belly, not your shoulders.
You know who does the shoulders and it didn't pay off at all was Wemby. Wemby was a big shoulder breather and he was bricking free throws, dude, with the season on the line. Yeah.
Yes, did it on the line. You could tell the moment was getting to him. You could tell. You really could tell, dude. And that I mean, like that's why I love watching Steph Curry do free throws. He's like smiling and he's chomping on his mouthpiece, and he's like, it's like old hat to him because it's a rhythmic thing. It's like he just gets up there because he shoots like 200 free throws a freaking day. All
right, real quick, Tony, because we have a very interesting structure to the show.
We didn't even give Red Jet Shell the super.
I know. Let's get it to her. And before we do that, Stevie B just dropping riffs, who will be joining us. And the goal today is to go to Stevie B at 12:40. That's our goal. And Stevie B goes, I personally like the older Asian guys that can take a 5-minute drag out of a cigarette without flinching. Okay, let's get into it. I'll tell you something else I love about old Asian guys, especially old Asian men. Yeah. And if you go to Clement Street in San Francisco, you're going to get this fast and furious. Okay, you're walking down Clement Street, you know what I mean? You're doing your thing, whatever. And here he comes, dude. Here comes like an 87-year-old Asian guy. Tony, ready? Wearing like a Led Zeppelin baseball hat. I don't know what that's about, but you'll see it. Dude, you'll see Led Zeppelin hats. You'll see like there's like another old Asian guy coming down the street. He's got a Guns N' Roses hat on. Like, I don't know what that's about. Anybody with me on this? Old Asian guys on Clement wearing Zeppelin hats. It's a thing. I've seen it. You got to trust me on this. And I don't know what it's about. Yeah.
Don't sleep on the food on Clement in that neighborhood too, Paulie. And I also want to give love to probably one of the greatest Asian actors of all time, James Hong. Pecan is a huge James Hong guy. James Hong was in Revenge of the Nerds Part 2. Okay, he was in Revenge of the Nerds Part 2. He was like the burping guru that Booger Presley sees in the Hotel Coral Essex.
Tony, the burping guru. You just
the
said
burping guru, dude. Yes. But James Hong, you guys remember him. He's like a legendary actor. He actually was on. He's the guy that yells Seinfeld 4 in the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Seinfeld
Okay.
4. By the way, Tony, I'm not going to read it. Just read Rags' comment. Read Rags' comment that he just put up before it goes away.
Oh, hang on. Where is he? Hang on.
It's flying quick. It's going up quick. Yeah, that got me too. That one got me too. That's a
That is the thing. That is the thing, man. That is the thing where guys will do just very odd things in the locker room. And
dude, you don't even want to know, dude. You don't want to know. Girls, you probably have it so much more civilized than we do. You go into a men's locker room, all bets are off, dude. All bets are freaking off. 90-year-old guy with his foot up on the bench, throwing powder. It's like, bro, it's a tough scene, ladies, in the men's locker room. I'm telling you, it's a tough scene. Yeah, there he is. And then who was it? Was it Rockin' New Era? Somebody just put this up too. High level. Tony, Cartwright?
Dude, yes, Cartwright.
Seinfeld.
And then George goes, they're giving it to me again. I need it again.
Seinfeld. Ball.
Dude, I didn't know we were going down.
Seinfeld.
Okay.
Ball.
There we go.
How about when instead of saying Costanza, he goes Cartwright, and then Jerry goes, "Who's Cartwright?" And George goes, "I'm Cartwright. I think I'm Cartwright, dude. Cartwright, dude." Okay, and shout out Bill Cartwright, one of the greatest USF Dons of all time, NBA champion.
Dude, absolutely. Okay, Reggie Shell, we got to get to her super. This is great. Stevie B, you rock, dude. And we will see Stevie B in about a half an hour. Red Shell, she was away for a little while, I think on vacation. She says, "A dime for my absences. Life has been lifting. Life has been lifing. Excuse me. That's why PMP is a vibe. Love to Paulie, Tony, and everyone. Hey, Red Shell, love back to you. Love right back to you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's been great since you've come into our orbit. And just a gentle reminder for Red Jet Shell and anybody else who's been kind of in and out lately that I just want to let everybody know we still do have tickets on sale for PMP night at Oracle Park. It's August 14th. Just go to the YouTube page, the PMP YouTube page, and in our profile, you will see the link. The Giants were good enough to set up a link for us this year, and we have our own section at the yard. So Red Jet Shell, grab your tickets. I definitely want to hang with you, and as many of you as can make it out. So Tony, that'll be awesome. Yeah.
Dare I say probably the only thing the Giants have done right this season so far. That and bring a rise to the team. So
okay, so let's do this. Before we dive into the Giants, Tony, I do have an announcement. I have two things I want to say real quick before we dive into the show today. For starters,
how about can Principal Paulie make the announcement instead?
You know what? I don't know. I've been slacking on Principal Paulie.
Come on, it's summer school. Shout out to the movie Summer School. Mark Harmon, Summer School. Principal Paulie, Summer School.
Okay, and I'm still inclined to cut my hands, and I'm not sure why, but it doesn't really make a difference. Well, a little bit, subtle. It's a subtle difference. So anyway, Principal Paulie reporting. Great to see everybody on the High Noon Friday. Will Christian Narag please come to the front office, and Creative Tony Ryan, your parents are here to pick you up. No, I'm kidding. All right, so hold on.
I got to say this, and I mean this too. I want to make sure that our main guy Gravy is feeling good. I know Gravy. If you missed yesterday, one of our favorite guys out there, Mark Graves, he had a little bit of a health incident a couple of nights ago. He was back home yesterday. So I don't know if you're out there today, Gravy, but just know that we're all thinking about you, man. And we're glad you're home. We're glad you're comfortable. And we're glad that you are back on the chat, or at least you were yesterday. So Gravy, we're thinking of you. Just know that, man. And stay healthy, bro. We need you around.
Hey, Paulie, on that note, we did get an email from Gravy, and this is through his daughter, I believe. And basically, there is a GoFundMe set up, and that he did have a medical emergency, severe uncontrollable bleeding, and became even more serious when doctors discovered pulmonary embolisms and an enlarged heart. Jeez. So we got to pull together for Gravy here, okay? And so we will post the GoFundMe page, because obviously, America has such a great healthcare system that we don't need to help anybody here.
Well, it's affordable. It's affordable. Yeah, it's affordable. Yeah, anybody can hop on. Just hop on. It's easy. Yeah.
We're riffing, of course. So point being, if you can help Gravy, and we will definitely help PMP Familia. This is what we're all about. If you can help Gravy, through the medical payment process, which is just ridiculous, man. Do it, and we'll share the GoFundMe page, okay, Paulie? Because it was a serious event, and we love Gravy, and let's rally around Mark Gravy Graves in the Sonoran Desert, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. Beautiful. I love everything you said. Now, one other quick word before we dive into the latest Giants collapse, because we've put together some information to share with you guys today about our San Francisco Giants, who just piss me off on a daily basis now. But also of equal importance, this is a big one. Listen, you guys know how we feel about Carlos De La Fuente, man. Tony, after the show yesterday, I had a good chat with Carlos. We had a little phone call yesterday. And I was telling him that in about, 2-3 weeks, I'm going to start doing some business with Carlos, and we'll talk about that on the show. But I think it's worth mentioning because anybody who's a friend of Carlos, anybody who's a family member of Carlos De La Fuente, a.k.a. Los D, is always going to be okay in our book. So this is a big day for Carlos, Tony. Why? Because his daughter, Sarah, is celebrating a birthday. So Sarah De La Fuente, by the way, that's a beautiful name, Carlos. You picked a good one.
Nice.
Sarah De La Fuente. That's like, it's a poetic name. It just flows. Sarah De La Fuente. I like saying it. Anyway, happy birthday, Sarah. We love your old man. I look forward to meeting you someday. And I'm sure that you've grown up the right way because Carlos is a rock solid human being. But this is about you today, Sarah. So happy birthday, kid. And I will propose a toast to you tonight, even though we haven't met yet. I'll raise a glass of vino and I will cheers to Sarah De La Fuente. So happy birthday, Sarah, on behalf of all of us here at PMP.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Sarah. I wonder if she's a fan of the song Sarah by Jefferson Starship or Jefferson. Okay. Yeah, Starship, not Airplane, Jefferson Starship. Sarah, storms are brewing in your eyes, Sarah.
Can I throw one on the pile just real quick? Because probably my favorite Stevie Nicks Fleetwood Mac song is Sarah. She has a song called Sarah. And you know what they say about that song? It's kind of creepy. I always like this. Apparently, the Stevie Nicks, she sang it when she was in Fleetwood Mac. You know the song I'm talking about? It's kind of trippy and moody. Apparently, that song she wrote for her, like, the witch that she studies under. Stevie Nicks is a witch. Just throwing it out there. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not kidding, by the way. Stevie Nicks is like a practicing witch, and the woman who's like her mentor witch or whatever, that was Sarah. That song's about her. Anyway, carry on. Just throwing it out there.
Also, Paulie, I see it in the chat, and I love this song too. Sarah Smile by Hall & Oates. Sarah Smile.
Boom, smile. Good track. Nice, easy Philly soul right there. Yeah.
I want you to smile for me.
Nice, Tony. Nice.
Hey, Paulie, also, we like to spread the good vibes, okay, on the show. And when people make a request, and we definitely need to follow through for it, especially with people that are on the chat all the freaking time. Part of the PMP Familia, Arkansas Dave, and he says he's asking for some positive vibes for his mom, Mama Arkansas. Arkansas. She fell last night, and she hit her head and was rushed to the emergency room. And Arkansas Dave is at the ER at the hospital with his mom, and they're both listening right now. So much love and positive vibes and healing energy sending your way, Mama Arkansas. So I just want to get that out there to you, Paulie.
Mama Arkansas Dave, just know we love your son, and we want to make sure that you're well too. So you take your time, you get healthy, and you're in good hands with Arkansas Dave. We love you guys. Be well to anybody out there. All right, Tony, listen, diving into the guts of the show. Question before we start. Do I go Peralta Arts and take care of business, or right to the Giants riffs? You tell me.
Peralta Arts, because Dom has been away in Hungary and just raging hungry. And I had a good chat with Dom this morning. I was like, Dom, I don't even know if you realize how much you were missed, buddy. Like, you don't know. Like,
I don't think he does. I don't think Dom understands. No. Like, we'd have moments throughout the last week or so when Dom was away where we'd just be like, damn, I miss Dom. And then we'd all start talking about Dom. So, Dom, we did miss you. And now that you're back, you are going to get the proper kind of shout out that you deserve with Stellar Design. Of course, Dom's a graphic design studio to where he does all his artwork. And that is his company, Stellar Design. So if you've got an idea for something big, or you think what might be the next big thing, but you have no clue how to actually manufacture it, no clue how to make it, no problem. This is where you call Dom Peralta. You tell Dom about your idea. In fact, right now, Tony, Dom and Stellar Design are working with Ancora Therapeutics to develop their very first product to market to help patients who suffer with hand tremors. Nice. That's good. I'm glad you're doing that, man. See, Dom does a lot of really good work in the community too. And Dom and Stellar will always take a look at your idea, and then they're going to bring it to life. It doesn't matter if you like sketched it out on a pad, you sketched out an idea on the back of a napkin somewhere. Dom is the kind of talent that can turn that into a real thing, a real working product like this, in this case with Encora, that can help people improve their lives. So again, if you're listening or you're watching the show and you're like, well, my company's too small, Dom probably won't work with me. Hogwash. Dom, I've never dropped a hogwash on the show. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the first. Nice. Hogwash. Nice. Dommy will work with any company of any size or individual. So if you're a startup or you're a big company, Google, Amazon, Meta, whatever, Dom is ready to take your call and do some great work for you. Visit stellar.design and let's make it real. You guys know about Dom's prowess. You know about his talents. He is the man. He can bring it to life. So talk to Dom about any project you're working on or something you need developed. It's Dominic@stellar.design. And we would love to bring some additional business to Dom's world, Tony, because we love Big D.
Absolutely, Paulie. And like Dom says in the chat, he works with all sorts and size companies and individuals. Let's rock. And if you want to know what the type of dude Dom Peralta is he like kind of takes on projects with companies that are trying to make groundbreaking products to help people with situations like hand tremors or with like seizures. He's also working with a company with seizures. Like Dom is got a heart of gold, and he puts all of that passion into his work. So seriously, if you want to call Dom or email Dom, you will get nothing but love and passion and care. So contact Dom 650-796-3144 or email Dom Dominic@stellar.design. Dom, it's so damn good to have you back, buddy.
Hey, Dom, I got to tell you, too, yes, I do call Dom Big D. Jake Lucas, the actor with the Hum Daddies, he's wasting no time riffing at my expense. He goes, hey, y'all, Paulie Mac loves Big D. Yeah, well, hey, listen, I got to keep it real with y'all. You know what I mean? The bigger, the better. Yeah, the bigger, the better, folks, of course. Hey, Jake, I'm going to task you with something, buddy. I've been thinking about Jake recently because the guys in U2 are starting to surface again. They played at the Obama Library opening last week, Bono and the Edge. They sounded really good, by the way. Listen, I know you're dialed. I'm just talking to Jake right now. Everybody else, hang on. Jake, when the U2 tour is announced, whenever that comes, do me a favor and grab me a ticket, dude. I need to see the show. I don't know who I'm going with. I don't even know when the tour is going to happen, but just think of your buddy Paulie Mac when you get tickets, and I'll pay you back if you get them. Tony, you might need one too. Get a pair.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Totally. And by the way, we like to sit up close too. I'm just letting you know. I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. But Tony, when was the last time you saw a U2 show? I think.
Oh God.
Yeah. When was
Levi Stadium.
Josh, that's like 10 years ago. That was a long time ago.
Paulie, I apologize. The stadium formerly known as Levi Stadium.
What, the San Francisco Bay Area Stadium, Tony?
How many times did they say it in the USA Turkey post game last night? Oh, they're going to San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, they're going to the San Francisco Bay Area Stadium. I'm like, that sounds so freaking stupid. By the way, well, I get it. Levi's didn't pay to get sponsored in the World Cup. I get it. But there's a crap load of sponsors all over the World Cup. So don't tell me they're not about sponsorship. There's sponsors all over the freaking place. So anyways, we can talk about the World Cup too, Paulie. I would like to introduce something to you today, Paulie. And you mentioned birthdays.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my dear friend Jordan Trott, who is a San Carlos dad and dear friend of mine. And his boy Easton and Dom play together on the San Carlos All-Star team. Happy birthday to Jordan today. By the way, he played for Frank Beamer at Virginia Tech. By the way, this dude's a freaking mammoth of a man.
Nice.
He shares his birthday with Paul Thomas Anderson, your guy, Paul Thomas.
I love Paul Thomas Anderson. Dude, one battle after another. Good flick. All of his stuff is good. All of his movies are good. Yeah.
Boogie Nights. Just
Boogie Nights rules. Magnolia. I'll throw Magnolia on the freaking
Magnolia. Magnolia. Mick Jones, your guy from The Clash. Mick Jones.
Dude, Mick Jones, Mr. Train in Vain himself. I'm telling you, Mick Jones, underrated guitar player, underrated singer, underrated songwriter. If you haven't discovered The Clash yet, kids, do yourself a massive favor and just dive in. Head first, dive into The Clash. It took me a long time to get to them, but when I did, I was so glad I finally got there. There's a lot of good stuff there with The Clash.
Dude, absolutely. And I love their appreciation for reggae.
Became a huge thing for them, dude. The reggae. And they went down to Jamaica. They recorded in Jamaica and everything. They weren't kidding around about it.
the more clash, the better for everybody. Seriously.
Nice.
Also, happy 70th birthday to our guy, Chris Isaac, the guy who we said, you know what? You want to come to the Giants game with us? We're going to put you in the bleachers.
Tell Chris Isaacs we got him 2 seats. We're going to have him out in the bleachers. Dude, we had to take Chris Isaac out to the bullpen, to the freaking bleachers. It was so embarrassing, dude.
We had Chris Isaac in studio to sing the national anthem, like as a part of a morning show thing.
Yeah.
And then we're like, hey, Chris, he's going to come to the game. Listeners were all excited. We thought, we'd get some really good box seats for Chris Isaac. They gave us bleacher seats. Dude.
The true story, man. It sucks. The other thing about Chris Isaacs, I always thought this was cool, is that I don't know if he still does, but I know he lived in the city for a long time, and he drove like this old vintage car, and it only got AM radio. And and he told us, he goes, the only station I listen to is KMBR. Now, granted, this is 15, 20 years ago, but I always thought that was kind of cool. Like, there's knowing Chris Isaacs is out there and he's listening. He's listening.
Totally. And dude, by the way, Chris Isaacs sat in the bleachers with his white linen pants and his little sun hat, and couldn't have been nicer and more accommodating to all the fans. Class act. So I wanted to recognize his 70th birthday. Derek Jeter birthday today, 52nd birthday to Derek Jeter.
Nice.
I've always been a Jeter fan, always will be.
Me too.
Also, I'm going to save this one for last. Hold on. Patty Smythe's birthday today, Paulie.
Nice. Happy
I
birthday.
am the warrior.
Bang, bang, dude. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. Yeah.
How many times have you had to shoot at the walls of heartache, Paulie?
Too many to count. I've shot at the walls. Dude, I've been shot by the walls of heartachache more times than I want to count. I've gotten my ass kicked by the walls of heartache, dude.
I got walls of heartache all over.
Dude, I'm in the middle of 4 walls of heartache. I've had more heartache than you got. You don't even want to know. Trust me. I've got my ass kicked up and down the town square way too many times. Yeah.
I never fully thought about that lyric until right now, but shooting at the walls of heartache, dude.
Bang,
Bang,
bang.
bang.
Bang,
I
bang.
am the warrior.
Yeah.
Also, Terry Nunn, lead singer for Berlin. Happy birthday to Terry Nunn.
Yeah, I like Berlin. Go ahead. Riding on the metro, man. Yeah.
Me too, dude. Me too, Paulie. And then finally, 2 more. Dude, got to give love to Tara Vanderveer. Her birthday today, 3 national championships with the Stanford Cardinal. And we're going to talk some women's hoop today, too, because we'll talk about it in a little bit, but happy birthday to Tara Vanderveer. And then finally, Paulie, happy birthday to the incredible actress. If you have not seen her yet, especially in White Lotus, Aubrey Plaza. Happy birthday to Aubrey Plaza. Check out White Lotus and Aubrey Plaza's work. She's a great actress.
I'm a huge fan of hers, man. I'm telling you, I've just become such a massive fan of. She has got such a weird sense. She's just a weird girl, man. And I like that. She's like kind of like, she's just bizarre. Anyway, all right, Tony. So here's the deal: World Cup or Giants? Go. Tell me. I'll follow your lead.
Let's go World Cup. Let's go World Cup.
I want to ask you some. And by the way, are you going to implement this new thing you were talking about? I don't want to start. Yeah,
we could, but we're doing fine right now. I'm watching it.
We'll save it for another show. We have some ideas, but we'll holster it for today. All right, Tony, here's what I want to know. First of all, I watched the whole match last night. Love the vibe. It seemed like the U.S. was going to get off the field with a tie. I guess that would have been okay. The way the end of that game was crazy. It was so exciting. The people from Turkey were going bonkers with that goal at the end. Here's my question.
They were about to go 0-3 in the World Cup, and like they were about to go home as a national embarrassment, dude. So there's part of me, and I was watching the game with Megan yesterday, and there's part of us that were just like, okay, the U.S. didn't need to win this game, and they battled, and they gave up a last-second goal. Like, I'm actually kind of a little happy for Turkey, or Türkiye is the correct pronunciation. I looked at it today. I'm like, what is the difference between Turkey and Türkiye? And it's just the correct pronunciation is Türkiye. But I was happy for them that they didn't have to go home 0-3, and that it didn't affect the United States as their standing as well.
Yeah. Well, are you at all concerned with the way that game ended, or should we be concerned? Is there any cause for alarm with the way that thing kind of? Okay, break that down, because I'm a beginner. Help me out here.
Dude, 4 of their guys didn't start. There were 9 subs in that lineup yesterday. 4 of the guys that didn't start yesterday were because of yellow cards. They already have yellow cards. And so if they got a second yellow card, they wouldn't be eligible to play on July 1st. So I like the move by USA to not play those guys. That was Tyler Adams and Anthony Robinson and Folarin Balogun and Chris Richards. By the way, dude, the Balogun story, they call him Ballo. Dude, there's a whole story on Instagram I saw earlier today about he was born in New York but lives in London, right?
Right.
His mom actually was 7 months pregnant and she tried to board a plane home when she was pregnant with Ballo, and they wouldn't let her board the plane. So he was born in New York, and that's how he's able to play on the U.S. men's national team because of the birthing right of that. And so just how fate kind of like twisted that around for Ballo. So
shout out Bob Dylan, Simple Twist of Fate. Tony, sorry, go ahead.
Dude,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Love Simple Twist of
I
Fate.
love the way Garcia used to play that, dude. Garcia playing Simple Twist of Fate. That's about as good as it gets right there. Yeah.
Hey, Ballo and Ballo's parents.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
And then also, Paulie, Pulisic didn't play the first half. He only played the second half. I think he came in like in the 58th minute. So all of these guys, if they're full strength against Bosnia on Wednesday, the July 1st, I think we're looking pretty good. The only question, dude, is the Matt Turner versus Matt Freese at goalie. Because Matt Turner hadn't played goalie at all. He was the goalie for the last World Cup for USA.
Okay. Matt
Freese won the job from him and was the goalie for the first two matches. Then they put in Matt Turner for this game. He gave up 3 goals. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm assuming Freese is going to be back as goalie for July 1st. But it was interesting. I just thought they'd have Freese be the goalie just to give him as many reps as possible. But they didn't. They put Turner in. Maybe they're trying to keep Turner fresh. So that was the only thing that was interesting to me. But otherwise, other than that, I'm not worried.
Okay. All right. And how are they going to match up in this next match? The one at Levi, or San Francisco, a Bay Area stadium, Tony. Sorry.
I think they match up very well. I mean, I don't know much about the Bosnian team, but I know that in listening to analysts and seeing the odds makers, they're heavy favorites in this game. Now,
weren't they heavy favorites last night though?
No, because of the lineup changes and everything.
Okay.
They were not.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're heavy favorites on July 1st. The only thing that's trippy is the game of soccer is trippy, and weird things can happen. And so I did love, and Robot Centaur and I have been texting on the side about the whole World Cup. I'd love to know your opinion on this, Robot.
Yeah, I can tell Centaur's like way into this. I can tell. I've seen a lot of his comments. He's obviously way dialed in. Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah. When Pulisic came into the game, I mean, they started peppering the Turkey goalie. I mean, it was a vibe change, and we're all about vibes here on the show. It was a major vibe shift for the United States, and he just you watch that guy play, man. He just adds so much life and passion to the lineup. So I'm really excited for July 1st, dude. I'm not going to look past July 1st because one game at a time, just like we play Redwood City today and All Stars, just one game at a time.
Right.
So just take care of business. I don't care if it's a 1 goal win. Who cares? It's just win and move on, right? It doesn't matter how you do it. Just win and move on. So
100%.
They match up well, Paulie. They match up well, and they're hungry, and they can feel it, man. And I love that they were down 2-1 and they came back with the equalizer to tie it up. And the play that you got to tip your cap to Turkey for.
I thought that they were relentless. Like you do have to give it up for Turkey. Like they could have just hung their heads and said, okay, it ain't happening. But dude, the way that they kept fighting, they kept applying pressure. And I recall like late in the I guess second half, I should say, there was one moment where like the USA kind of not like they were too casual with the rock. I'm calling it the rock. They turned it over, and then Turkey immediately started applying pressure. Just started like getting a lot of traffic in front of the goal and stuff. So no, I give them credit, dude. They were relentless in their attack.
So, Paulie, let me ask you: would you have rather the starting goalie Matt Freese stay in a goal and get more reps because this is his first World Cup, or would you have rather see what happened, which is what happened last night, where Matt Turner, the backup goalie, played to get reps? What do you prefer?
I would have gone with my starter. I'm not putting the backup in. I'm not putting my backup in and I'm just using like hockey logic. It's the same kind. I would assume it's similar because I know in hockey, when you have a hot goalie, it's like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. You don't mess with that. You let the guy ride, man. You let it ride. That's my guy. That's my guy in net, and I'm going to let him kind of be the success or failure. It's going to ride on him. I wouldn't be that concerned with getting a backup minutes at this point, dude. We're trying to accomplish something here.
Yeah.
Like
I agree, Paulie, with that. You want to keep your goalie like in a rhythm, right? It's a big rhythm thing, man. And we talk about it even with the young kids about how we can do practices all the time, but the best reps are game reps. So
Yeah.
that's why we schedule a bunch of scrimmages, right? To get those game reps. So game reps are huge. I'm assuming that Freeze will be back in goal because he's a starter, and you just hope that he stays fresh and they take care of business on Wednesday. Because if they take care of business on Wednesday, then it starts to get really interesting. But we won't look ahead to that till next week.
Okay, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, I want to kind of move to the Giants in a second here, but I also want to say, just in case Doug in Japan watches the show later, yo, Doug, I did exactly as you asked. Doug asked us to help him back Japan yesterday. Yeah. I did, but they tied. It's like, I don't know. Maybe that's good. Is it good that they tied?
A tie is better than a loss, dude. It's just like gambling, Paulie. If the dealer is not taking your money away from you, that's a win.
Okay. Right? All right. I can buy that. I'll buy that, man.
And in soccer, goals are at a premium, especially in the World Cup. So if you can tie instead of lose, that's good.
That's what Tom is saying that right now. Tie was fine for Japan. Yeah, it's good, man. I'm getting into it. All right, guys, a quick
Paulie,
word.
You're going to love, Paulie. Sorry, I know we're going to move to Johnson, but with you kind of getting into the World Cup, watching you get into the World Cup, you are going to love the knockout round because you think it's intense right now. You think this first round is intense. The intensity just ratchets up, man. And it is, I mean, it gets chippy on the pitch. It gets really
a little chippy last night, I thought. A couple of elbows, couple of knees here and there. Yeah, there was a couple of things going on. One guy, dude, the guy on Turkey who had like the blonde mohawk, that guy was like the Dennis Rodman of freaking soccer, dude. He was tangling guys' arms up. That guy was getting physical as hell with everybody on the U.S. squad. All right, Tony, real quick, Dan Coach Emilio, securemoney.com. Then some Giants notes, and then we bring Stevie B in. Listen, Dan Coach Emilio and I, we've taken a big step together this week. Now, Dan is one of our newer partners this year. If you're new to the show, he's a great guy, and he's a great partner to the Polymac Particle Show. He is a financial wizard in a variety of ways. His outfit is called Secure Money. Check out securemoney.com. That's his website. There's a lot of information about Dan, about his approach to helping his clients handle their finances. And I can tell you this, Dan's got over 30 years in the business, man, and he has dedicated his life and his career to providing his clients with honest service and great results, both of which you deserve, man. We all work hard, and we need somebody like Dan helping us get over the freaking finish line, man, and that's why he's here, and he can do that. So the focus of Dan's work is safety and protection. Dan has committed himself, and he's got the expertise to achieve this, to help you never lose money, but also to help you, to assist you rather, with financial growth and financial opportunity. Stuff like that we wouldn't know about. He'll come to you and say, guys, I got an opportunity for you. Things like that. Now, Dan will also work with you. I love this part of what Dan offers. He can work with you to offer so you can maximize your income and pay fewer taxes. This is, I mean, that right there has a massive value to me, helping me pay fewer taxes. Sign me up, dude. And then for me, this is what I'm doing with Dan right now. Dan has also got the expertise, knowledge to help you with your retirement planning. And if you're getting close to that, talk to Dan, man. He's one of us. He's a great guy, and he'll definitely help you in an honest and timely fashion. He can also help you draw up life insurance policies, IRA planning, estate planning. And Tony, here's where I come in, 401k rollover. I've got this money. I'm encouraging Tony to follow my footsteps on this because I'm not crazy about where that money's sitting right now. I'm just going to be honest. And I think we could do better someplace else. And that's what I'm working on with Dan right now. And he's been, I mean, obviously the guy's a pro. He's super cool. He's polished. And then last thing, just another benefit of working with Dan Coach Emilio, he's got access to guaranteed options. Tony, paying 7% on 2-year terms, 8% on 5-year terms. Look him up again. It's securemoney.com. Listen, he is a financial professional. He knows what he's doing. He can help advise you and get you into a better financial reality, or just achieve some of the things I talked about, like get your life insurance ready, get your IRA planning ready, get your estate planning together, all that kind of stuff. Dan is sitting right here waiting for your call. So get in touch with Dan. Tell him what your goals are, what you're trying to do. That's what I did. And he's already off to the races with me. 1-888-960-SAFE. 1-888-960-SAFE. Email Dan as well if you have questions, comments, or you just want to have a conversation. It's Dan@securemoney.com. Thank you, Dan Coach Emilio. And then the last thing, massive Giant fan. Check out his show on the NorCal Sports Network. He does shows generally after all the Giant games, and he's like the rest of us. He's an angry Giant fan this year. But we love you, Dan, and thank you. Have a good weekend, my friend.
Yeah, you covered it all, Paulie. And I just want to say we got to get Dan on the show again soon because I want to talk more Giants ball, and I want to talk a little all-star talk, and we can pivot to that right now, Paulie, if you want. And I did say pivot, so you can. Well, I'll slap myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on a second. That I deserve a slap. Sorry. Sorry
You know
about
what? Let me
that.
try something, dude. It's been too long. Let me bring this back real quick, too. Watch this. You're going to use the word pivot. Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Let me tell you what. If I find out Creative Tony's using the word pivot, okay? Pivot. I'm gonna pivot his ass into the fiery, I don't know, depths of hell. How's that sound? Okay.
It's been too long since we heard from Satan. I just wanted to check in. That's all. Yeah.
Dude, you know it's a fun Friday when we're getting Principal, Paulie, and Satan. So
It's
we're
a
good.
double shot. Yeah, double shot
looking good.
Friday. Yeah.
Hey, just because Mark Gravy Grave, we've been talking about him on the show.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
So Gravy Grave is a super, and he's a member for 13 more months. Mark Gravy Grave, you have a heart the size of Texas, man. And he says, thank you to Paulie, Tony, and the PMP Army. You all are the best. I'm blown away by the love of this community vibe. My heart is filled with love. And
Hey, we care about you, buddy. We care about you. We want you to be well. Gravy, I remember the first time I laid eyes on your name. I swear to God, we were doing a show. I think it was a night flight. And I looked over and I saw the name Gravy, or no, the name Graves. And I go, dude, can I call you Gravy? Because Adam Graves, great hockey player, Edmonton Oilers, New York Rangers, San Jose Sharks. His nickname was Gravy universally, and you were like, "Yeah, dude, call me Gravy." And we were we've been crushing it ever since. So Gravy, yeah, man, we're happy to be here for you. If you need anything, just let us know. But you just take it easy, man. Take it easy and get healthy. And it's good to see you back, Gravy. Keep it that way too. Stay healthy, stay strong.
Hey, and Paulie, really quick, while we're on the topic, just because this we're talking about our guy Gravy. Whatever is this confirmed? Sure. This is the GoFundMe page. Is it showing up there? There it is. Let me move the super. Thank you for the super, and thank you for being a member, PMP VIP member. Gravy, you rock. Here is the GoFundMe page for Mark Gravy Graves, and we will share this as well. And Dom, if you could share it on the chat, that'd be cool too. But we would love to just help out Mark in any way possible with the medical bills. And this is from Melissa. She posted this. Mark is her dad. And obviously they're tight, and I love that she posted this. And so if you search GoFundMe and Mark Graves, you can get to this page, or Dom can post the link in the chat as well. So Mark, we've got your back, brother, and we will be there for you every step of the way, man. Seriously.
100%. 100%, brother. You have a great weekend. You take it slow. Miriam, you like the Principal and Satan? Good. I'm happy to do that. All right, Tony, I want to talk about the Giants, your San Francisco Giants, for a couple of minutes here. So first of all, the epic collapse we saw yesterday in the ninth inning, like, I just got to say, I'm burnt on it, dude. I'm burnt on this whole freaking thing. They take the 9-6 loss.
So, Paulie, I'm going to tell you something right now. We're going to get to Stevie B at 12:45. Okay. So we have 7 minutes. I want to do Giants, and I want to talk a little Caitlin Clark. Okay. And then we're gonna get to Stevie B. Okay. So you're on the clock. Okay. You're on the clock.
Okay, so I'll just say this, dude. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Giants blown games. And folks, if you're keeping track like I am, and I know a lot of you are, just keep this in mind. That was the 10th blown save for the San Francisco Giants this year. Why is that a big deal? Well, because if you do the math, if you took those 10 games, including the one they pissed away yesterday, and if you could have just closed those out, instead of being 13 games under 500, they'd be 43-37 if they could have held on to those 10 games that they blew. 43-37 instead of 33-47. They find themselves 14 games under 500. Here's the crazy thing. The New York Mets, okay? The New York Mets, they just fired Mendoza today. They fired his ass. And they have a better record than the freaking Giants. And also with Mendoza, keep in mind, that's the guy who took them to the NLCS 2 years ago. They were playing the Dodgers in the NLCS. And they played the Dodgers really hard in that series. They played them better than the Yankees did. Sorry, Bonnie, but they did. They took them 6 games, and that was the year the Dodgers were just like they were a freaking juggernaut. I mean, I know the Blue Jays gave them a good fight last year. But anyway, my point is, Tony, the Mets are having a similar season, slightly better, one game better than the Giants are, and they just can their manager. Do you think we're headed in that direction? No. Not during the season, but maybe after the season.
No, they'll give Tony V 2 or 3 years. No, I think Tony V's back. And again, I don't necessarily have a huge problem with Tony V, to be honest with you.
He's in a very unenviable position. He's in a tough spot, man. He really is.
And the guy, like I've mentioned many times before, he has gotten very creative with the lineups. He's been trying to make something happen. For all we know, he wanted Bryce Eldridge from the get-go, but wasn't allowed to bring him up. He's not making that call. So and he's putting a rise everywhere. He's putting Jung-Hoo Lee everywhere. Like I want Vitello back for a second year at least, and we'll see what happens. And the players hopefully will gain more respect for him. I don't know if that exists fully right now.
It doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. But I don't know how you do that. How can you win their respect? Honestly, what would it take for him to win that clubhouse over?
Wins, Paulie. Wins get you respect.
Things could feel so much differently if they could have closed out these 10 games, including yesterday's blown save.
He was given a crap bullpen, dude. Like, that's not Tony V. The bullpen that we talked about in spring before opening day, we knew it was going to be an issue.
I ain't Ken Rosenthal or anything like that. I'm really not. I'm not Ken Rosenthal.
I'm glad you're not, Paulie. I'm glad you're not wearing bow ties and stepping on crates to do interviews.
Tony, I'm not Jeff Passan. You know what I mean? I'm not.
I don't mind passing. Just I don't need Rosenthal ever again.
I know. I could go Rosenthal free and be perfectly fine with that. But I wanted to say, like, my point was, even I said that, dude. But that's my point. Yeah. Those guys are like the experts. I'm a casual over here, and I said before the season started, when Tony asked me, he goes, "What's the one concern you have?" I go, "Tony, we have." I remember saying this to you. I go, "You tell me who's in this bullpen." It's dog ass, dude. Complete dog ass, to the point where it's affecting their season so dramatically that if they were 43-37, we'd be right in the mix. Giants, everything would be a totally different complexion. Yeah,
I agree, man. So I won't blame Vitello. I'm excited to see him come back for another year, and they can shore up the bullpen again. The offense is not the problem. Dude, they scored 6 runs last night. You should win a baseball game when you score 6 runs. Come on, it's not rocket science. So if you're giving up, that was a very frustrating loss, and I can't believe I was actually watching it. I was like, "What am I doing watching?"
I was watching it too, and then I got pissed as soon as they started letting it follow. I'm like, "Why am I doing this to myself?" Like, I'm getting angry with myself. The Giants have me turning on myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So. This whole season's a wash, man. The one thing I do want to say, Paulie, is they just announced like the first round of all-star players.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jung-Hoo Lee and Arise and even Casey Schmidt are not listed. I tell you right now, Paulie, if Arise and Jung-Hoo Lee are not on the all-star team, it's a freaking joke. It's a freaking joke. They are Jung-Hoo Lee is second in Major League Baseball in batting average. Arise is 5th. They should be sharpied in right now. Not Sharpie.
I feel you, bro. I do. I feel you. And this is reminding me of what it was like when I was a kid in San Francisco, watching these very mediocre Giant teams. When the All-Star game would come, they would generally have one representative, literally one guy. And a lot of times it was like a relief pitcher. I think Gary Lavelle, Randy Moffett, if you old school guys remember those names. But I remember those days.
Randy Moffett, dude. Nice.
Randy Moffett. I think he was an all-star. I'm pretty sure. But my point was, I remember those years when the Giants would only have one all-star, and MLB was like every team gets to have one representative. And then in the glory years, dude, we would have, Lincecum, Panda, Bumgarner, Matt Cain. It was like an embarrassment of riches, But no, like, I kind of think, Tony, that's a reflection of how bad this team is. That's why those guys aren't getting a serious look, because their Giants are one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because just look at what's going on with those two guys. And I'll even give Casey Schmidt a nod as a bench player for the All-Star team. He's having a good year, batting .294, 15 home runs, 42 RBIs. Like, he's in the top 15 in those categories. So I feel like that should get you on the All-Star team. Jung-Hoo Lee and Arise should be guaranteed All-Stars. And you're right, Paulie, because they're having a crap year. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just saying, let's get them on the team. You can go to MLB.com and vote for them if you want as well, but it should just be a no-brainer to get those guys on the team. And Paulie,
Utah, give me
2 minutes out. 2 minutes out.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna pivot again, Paulie, and I'll slap myself for saying it. We're gonna pivot to WNBA and Caitlin Clark really quick, because, dude, I'm starting to worry for her actual safety.
I'm a fan of hers too. I like Caitlin Clark. I don't know what the big polarization thing is. I mean, there's a lot of resentment because she's the face of the league, so all these other girls are like kicking the daylights out of her. Like every single night on the court, she's getting her ass kicked. And I think the WNBA has to step in and start getting involved. The girl who had her on the ground, this girl right here. So this girl just got suspended today. Forgive me, I don't know her name. By the way, nice muscle definition. Damn, she's ripped. But I was going to say, this girl choking out. This is not CGI, folks. This really happened. This girl's choking out Caitlin Clark, their crown jewel player, the face of the league. She's not only treated with no respect, the league lets these players get away with this kind of stuff until now. They finally suspended her. I don't know. They got to figure this out, because you can't have like your prized player getting the crap kicked out of her every night. Like it's a horrible look for the league. And I know Sophie Cunningham is like her Dennis Rodman like bodyguard type thing, but it's not enough, because you still have stuff like this happening. They got to get a hold of this. They really do, because something bad could happen here to Caitlin Clark, for real.
Really, dude. And like, I don't know. It says that you put this in bookmarks too, Paulie. Let me just share this as well.
By the way, Red Shell, thank you. It's Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury. That was the girl who had Caitlin on the ground with her choking her out. Thank you, Red Jet. Thanks.
Thank you, Red Jet. And this is fans can't believe WNBA excluded Caitlin Clark from the 30th anniversary poster. Like, how can she not be included in this group? I don't understand what's going on. I mean, for the life of me, I don't get it. They should be celebrating this girl. They should be propping her up. And I guess in a lot of ways she is. I know she has advertisements and endorsements and stuff. But at this particular point, she really is the face of the league. She's like a Steph Curry figure. She can shoot from all over the floor, and girls look up to her. Girls love Caitlin Clark. And you got to protect that, dude. This is your brand. This is like the paint. Like, this is the girl who, Caitlin Clark, I'm talking about, that has raised the profile of the WNBA. If you don't like that, I'm not going to apologize. Like, she's a great player. She's inspiring people to buy tickets and watch games. And instead of like celebrating that, they're taking cheap shots at her literally every night. It's crazy. And I think it's just resentment. I think there are players in the WNBA who resent her being that the face of the league. But that happens. Wayne Gretzky was the face of the I mean, this is what happens. Superstars become the face of the league. It's just the way it is. Yes, it is, Paulie. And this is blatant. This is going out of your way to not include her. Like, making a poster to celebrate the league, and your superstar is not on the poster. That is it's a premeditated.
It's like an FU. It's like FU, Caitlin Clark. We don't care how good you are. We're just going to leave you off.
What did she ever do is my question. Like, I don't know. Somebody educate me. What did she do to deserve all this? I don't think
anything. Not that I've seen. Red Jet, back me on that. But I don't think she's done anything to deserve or warrant all this. And by the way, Red Jet Shell, I saw your comment about the Valkyries. I'm going to try to get some Valkyrie guests on this show. I've been thinking about that. I'm going to reach out to Raymond and see if I can get in touch with these guys, because I'd like to bring some a Valkyrie coach or player or somebody. I'll try to get a guest on the show, Red Jet, just so you know. I'm working on it.
Speaking of the Valkyries, they're at Chase Center both tonight and Sunday this weekend. They host Atlanta tonight and they host New York on Sunday. So get to Chase Center if you want to see some Valkyrie ball, and get to Longbridge Pizza before and after, which we'll talk about before the end of the show, Paulie.
For sure.
All right, hey, Paulie. Check this out, Paulie.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
I like you going, check this out, Paulie. Great intro, dude. I love that. Yo, check this out. Well, check this out, Tony. You check this out. Standard Deviant is the one that makes a musical assignment happen. I want to thank Standard Deviant, one of our newest partners on the show. Marky DeVito down there, my Boston guy. I don't know if he's in town today, but you know him. You've seen him. He's got the Raleigh Fingers mustache. Super cool dude, the tats. He's very, like Tony was talking about this a couple days ago, the inclusive vibe of Standard Deviant. That's a big deal to Mark. He wants people to know that everybody is welcome, unlike Giant games. I'm kidding. Relax. I'm freaking.
Dude, you're not kidding. You're sorry.
Unlike the San Francisco Giants, Mark would love to have you come down and have a couple of drinks. I'm kidding around, but yeah, that's a joke that lands this week anyway.
They muzzle people now too, Paulie. The Giants muzzle people now too. Just FYI.
So I know, dude. Horrible. Yeah. What are we doing here? What are we freaking doing? We're gagging people now?
They're muzzling people. Dude, by the way, this is really quick deviation. Thank you, Standard Deviant. Paulie, we witnessed this when we both worked at KBR too, being told what we could say and couldn't say, and
I'm not
angry
a fan
phone
of that.
calls.
I'm not a fan of being told what to, yeah, I don't like that.
I have no problem saying it now because we don't work for them anymore, and getting Larry Bear calling our program directors and like screaming on the phone about things that were being said on our airwaves because it didn't follow their I don't know
business
parameter
model or whatever. Yeah. But I was like this. I'm like, hey, guys, the Giants just lost 9 games in a row. I'm not going to go on the air and talk about how great they are. They're playing like S right now. I remember one day sitting in Tony's office, Larry Bear called, and I was having a meeting with Tony about something else, Tony Salvador. And Larry called and just did exactly what you told me. He just started screaming about something. Your guy's on the air. And this is what Tony said. I'll never forget this. And I love this. And I was not involved in the conversation. I was just sitting there. And Tony goes, Larry, I got no control over what these guys are going to say. I got no control. He backed us. Like Tony was backing us. He was like, protecting his investment and all that stuff. But anyway, no, you're not wrong. It's very
reminder. I got fired because we didn't stay within the Giants parameters. Okay. Yeah, Larry Krueger got fired because he didn't stay within the Giants parameters. So
I got fired just for kicks. I got fired just for a goof. You know what I mean? Fire this guy too. Like, okay.
When I hear that Larry Bear is muzzling KBR hosts, it's no surprise, everybody. Just FYI, that is no surprise. And it was kind of a standard practice back in the day. Don't get me started on Larry freaking Bear, dude. Seriously.
Hey, listen, I will say it is very concerning that they are gagging people. And I think you've all probably heard this, but Buster didn't show up for that interview yesterday. And apparently, like, the KBR hosts were told what they could and could not say, which is kind of takes it defeats the whole purpose of sports talk radio. Anyway, back to Standard TV and Tony, where people are welcome, where the customers are always welcome. Hey, Standard Deviant has 2 locations in San Francisco, one at Pier 70, that's like the PMP Clubhouse, and then the original spot in the Mission, 280 14th Street in the Mission. I want to let you guys know, there's the Pier 71. I love that spot. Just want to let everybody know both locations are 100% committed to San Francisco, the city by the bay. Shuffleboard available for your leisure activities. They got 4 flat screens at the Pier 70, so great place to watch World Cup. Valkyrie's Giants games. We had our opening night party was there this year. We watched the Giant Yankee game there. Watch the Giants get their ass kicked on opening night right there at Standard Deviant. Anyway, then there's the beer, and Tony's going to tell you more about the beer in a second, but they make a variety of diverse beers, all true to style, and all the while you get to enjoy that incredible bay view in the dog patch. I'm telling you, it's a little hidden gem there. Pier 70, Standard Deviant. Make sure you stop by this weekend and enjoy the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. And again, Tony, unlike Giant games, everybody is welcome. I like saying that. 2 locations. Yeah, 2 locations totally committed to providing safe spaces for all of their customers. And again, last thing I'll say, and thank you, Mark, for the support. We appreciate you, man. There he is right there. There's Mark right there. He's a Boston transplant, loves San Francisco, cares about the city. And you can talk to Mark or inquire within about having a private event there. If you want to bring your team, if you're a coach like Tony, you got a bachelor party, birthday party, anniversary, whatever, or a happy hour. Bring everybody from the office over. Just talk to Mark and he'll set you up. You'll get your own corner of the location. So thank you, Mark, and thank you, Standard Deviant, for sponsoring our music assignment. We're going to bring Stevie B in just a second.
Yeah, thank you, Stevie B, for hanging out, and thank you, Standard Deviant, for partnering with us. I just want to read what they say about waterfront beers at Pier 70. They say, located in the dog patch, the brewery is soaked in sun with a light breeze off the bay, built with modern stylings and reclaimed steel from the shipyard. Accordion doors create indoor-outdoor vibes with high ceilings and great natural light. And they say that without even mentioning how damn good their beer is, dude. I actually love their beer. I'm going to Tahoe late next week, Paulie. I'm stopping by Standard Deviant to pick up a few 6-packs because they can let you mix and match their 6-packs, okay? And you can have any kind of any of their beers. I have to make sure I'm legal age. Any of their beers you can get mixed into the 6-pack.
Can you get a Stud Nuts Light? Can you get one of those Stud Nuts Lights for me?
You can get a Stud Light, also known as Stud Nuts Light. Yes, you can get a Stud Light with a Comet Pale Ale, with a Tree Hopper IPL, or the Hop on Muni IPA, or you can get a Kolsch or their Porter. You can get all of these. They're all available, and you can mix their 6-packs. You can also get a 32-ounce crowler. You can also get full kegs. StandardDeviantBrewing.com or their Instagram page at Standard Deviant Brewing. They post a lot of fun stuff on their Instagram page. And again, the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. and they include everybody. They're dog pet friendly. They're also kid friendly. It's a great place. 14th Street location in the Mission, or 1070 Maryland Street in the Dog Patch. We love you guys. Thanks for the partnership, Paulie. And they wanted to do the musical assignment, so here we are, musical assignment, Stevie B waiting in the green room.
I love it. It was great when we first met Mark and we were talking to him. He's like, I think I want to, he goes, I think I want to sponsor that music assignment you guys do. We're like, great. Come on in, man. So it's been a great partnership. And now, speaking of partnerships, dude, the second I laid eyes on this kid, I liked him immediately. And I remember it was opening day last year, the big opening day party we had in 2025. At Longbridge Pizza, and Dom had the screen set up, so a lot of our viewers were like watching the live feed. And I saw this kid with long hair, and I go, "Who is this guy?" And then somebody was like, "That's Steve Pasecchio." I'm like, "Dude, I knew I loved this kid." So anyway, let's bring him in. Let's bring in Stevie B. We all know him. We all love him. He's a Jersey boy living in the Bay. Soon to be expecting his first little Stevie B on the way, or boy or girl. We're not really sure. Look at my guy, dude, with his Knicks hat on. Congrats on your Knicks, brother. How you feeling today, Stevie B?
Feeling good. You're making a girl blush over here, Paulie. I'm feeling good, man. What's going on, everybody?
Well, first of all, a question about the look. Now, the rugged good looks of a Stevie B, we're all aware of it. Okay, I saw a ponytail.
Ponytail.
I thought
it's not a ponytail. My wife does not allow that.
Okay, what are you rocking?
Where'd you move out if I do? No, it's starting to leak out the back. It's supposed to be further pulled up.
Okay,
I'm not a man who knows a lot about fashion, Paulie. I can barely dress myself.
Well, that's why you fit in great with us. Nor do I. I'm going with the very kind of elegant Black Sabbath T-shirt today. Tony, what are you rocking over there? What's your fashion choice?
Nick's Rockaway. When I was there on Father's Day, I'm like, I'm not leaving this place without a T-shirt. I'm a T-shirt junkie, dude. If you make a good T-shirt, I'm all about it, and I'm a big merch guy. So Nick's Rockaway, and the back says something funny like. Live life romantically or something like that, and it's on the back. So
listen, Tony, first of all, props to Nick's. I'm hoping that I can do a gig at that spot sometime soon. And then number two, shout out to Stevie B. He's got great taste in posters. I see the Rolling Stones at Levi's in the fog. I see it, dude, right there. Great poster.
Pearl Jam up top from the Oakland show. What was that? 2023, 2022?
22. God damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we got a few over here.
Yeah, looking good. Now, Stevie B, you're checking in from San Francisco, right? You're in the city right now?
Yeah, right here in Noe.
How is it going today? Sunny or foggy?
It's that like where the sun wants to bleed through the overcast sky, so it's like humid, but like it's been that same color since the sun came up, essentially. Yeah.
Tony, quick question. When was the last time, and it's been way too long for me, but when was the last time you walked the boards in Noe Valley, dude? When was the last time you hung in Noe Valley?
My sister and brother-in-law live on 23rd and Noe, so I'm there a lot. Yeah.
Kidding.
My sister Amy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Amy and her husband Rich, they live, and their three kids. They live on Noe, and the cross street is 23rd. So.
Nice. Are you a fan of Noe Valley? I've always liked it up there, man. Cool neighborhood. You like it up there, Stevie B?
I do, but it's like you settle into Noe Valley. Like when we first moved out here, I'm like, oh, this is for families. This is for old people. And then you become an old person. And you're like, this is great.
Yeah, right.
When I want to go do my delinquency, it's like we lived in Lower Haight before this on Page Street there. That's still like my hood. So it's like, I'm nefarious over there. And then I come back here and become a decent person.
Well, Stevie, go ahead.
Real quick, Stevie B is, I think it's Eliza's Chinese. Is that still there on Church? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Eric's and Alice's. That's it.
Yes. Okay. See. Okay. Are they all related?
Sanchez. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I love it, man. And they're Paulie. Was it you that was a fan of the mango beef?
Yes, Tony. Remember the mango beef? Dude, maybe the greatest dish I've ever had in my life. And I used to go to the Eliza's on California, right off DeViz. It's still there. And it's high end. It's like high end Chinese, but it's so fresh. They use fresh fruit and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, dude. And that mango beef is one of the greatest dishes of all time. Okay, Stevie B is here for a reason. We are going to get into his music assignment, but should we have Stevie B explain the assignment, or do you want to bring in the listener choices? How do we want to unfold this, T? I'm going to give you the reins.
Stevie B, take it away, because this is your assignment, dude. It's so great to have you on the show. Thanks for taking the time out of your day, dude. I know it's a work day for everybody, so thank you, dude. And then tell us the assignment, and then I can bring up Dom compiled all of the listener submissions to our email address, and then we can take it from there.
Perfect. All right. So I forget how exactly I encapsulated, but essentially it was like songs that like remind you of home or like your family or like your youth growing up that like really hit hard. Oh, and shout out, actually, speaking of merch, I have my hometown Manasquan t-shirt on today.
Nice.
For
Nice.
the rest of the New Jersey contingent.
Nice.
I know Rags, Bonnie, and stuff will appreciate that. But yeah, so this ties back into that because I've mentioned it a few times and I could go on forever about it. So I gotta keep it succinct. But that See Here Now Springsteen show for me was like that pivotal moment because it was kind of this, I knew going into it, I was like, we're never gonna have a show like this or an experience like this in our lives. And it was like, it hit on so many levels because it was like the culmination of like his career, like a coming home. He's played Asbury a ton, but like he's never played the beach before. He's never done something like this.
Right.
So it was that. And then also too, for me, like that's where I grew up. Like I grew up 7 miles south of Asbury and like our family, both my wife and I, we met there. So there were so many different elements. And then going with both of our moms are huge fangirls. All of my friends went. So it was like a, this is your life sort of thing where I'm like standing on the beach and I'm like, I'm never going to be here again. I'm like kids, my buddy, like my New Jersey equivalent of Rags, him and his brother, who I've grown up with since we're like 10 years old, they're there. So it was like, everybody was there and it was the best way. I was like, it was everything just kind of came full circle.
And it was one of those nights too. Now I was not at that gig, but I know all about it. And Bruce has actually said he ranks that like among the best gigs he's ever played in his entire career. So it was very meaningful to him. But what I think was awesome is like, that was one of those nights where Bruce just kind of caught fire. And I think he threw the script out and he's like, that's it. We're going to get loose tonight. And he pulled out all of these great tracks, like old songs from the first record and stuff. So dude, you're very fortunate you were at that gig, Steve. And I'm happy you were there, man. You got like the real deal that night.
Yeah. It was one of those that like, it was no question. I'm like, we have to go to this thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's me and my mom and then my wife, Alicia on the end, and then her mom.
Love it, Stevie B. That is freaking sensational.
How big is the Asbury Park Convention Hall? Is it like what's it comparable to out here?
$3,000, I think about 3. Is that right, Stevie B? 3,000, something like that.
Yeah, convention. I always screw up the numbers, but the best comp for the Bay Area is Bill Graham. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
it's the like same, like exact same sort of layout. One might be a little bit bigger than the other, but it's essentially that. But then, I mean, when the show is on the beach, it was just for miles and miles. They have a great aerial shot, and you're just standing next to the waves crashing, and it was just a sea of humanity.
Well, let's do this, Tony. Let's go through the listener submissions, and then you and I will go, and we should let Stevie B kind of finish today. It's his baby. And dude, love having you on the show, Stevie B, by the way. It's been too long. We got to get a sidewalk session in the books pretty soon too, man, with you and the rest of our crew, man. It's been too long.
Absolutely. Also, shout out to the queen of the scene tue for setting up and facilitating all this. Thanks, Patty.
Patty is relentless, dude. She is a relentless, she's relentlessly accomplishing good stuff on a daily basis. We love you, Patty. Thank you for all you do.
Also, Stevie, I know that you sent us some photos, so they're only labeled numerically. So what I can show, I just want you at some point we'll go through those and you can kind of guide us through. Okay, so first sure. I'll go to the musical assignment and bring up what people submitted, which is freaking rad. This is great. Okay, so stand by. Let me get rid of the banner here too, buddy, because I don't want it to block your face, Stevie. So stand by. All right, and then here we go. Share the screen and
nice.
One more time and scroll that over. There we go. So how's that look for you? Is that good? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now Stevie B, you said it reminds you of childhood, kind of like the umbrella this is under, or musical
youth, home, family, childhood, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at this P1 Chuck. He says the cars let the good times rolling down Laurel Street in San Carlos, which Laurel Street is like our main drag here in San Carlos. It's like downtown San Carlos is on Laurel Street. So P1 Chuck, that hits home for me, man. That's great. And so Jessica, I think Jessica has beat LA. I think that's Jessica.
Correct. Yeah.
She says Dirty Dancing and Stand By Me soundtracks. And she says the reminder of her mom, who she lost a year ago. So, hey, rest in peace, Jessica's mom. And she says Dirty Dancing, Stand By Me soundtracks. The Dirty Dancing soundtrack, don't get me started. That movie, I could watch that over and over. Lily, Meet the Beatles. My older sister brought it home and we played it nonstop. That's right.
I love it. I love how we always get Lily and then we get Mr. Lily. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, side by side. I love that. Mr. Lily.
Now, I need some help with this. Mr. Lily says Winchester Cathedral by the New Vaudeville Band. Does anybody know what that is?
I don't know what that is. Stevie B, you got any knowledge on that?
The New Vaudeville? No. That's got me stumped.
This is why the musical assignment rules, because of the many different submissions we get and stuff that we've never heard of like this. I'm going to look it up and listen to it. I can't wait to hear it. That's great. Thank you, Mr. Lily. Joe Cool, Ahmad, Back in the Day.
Okay.
Do you guys know that one?
I don't.
Oh, this is fantastic. Gross.
Out to get me by GNR. They're out to get me. Yeah,
great drop, Grosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime Slash is involved, I'm interested. So hell yeah, Grosh. Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. Jerome goes Lights by Journey, Candlestick Fireworks. Hell yeah, dude.
Yep. Good.
Our main man, Ray Goodman, he says, Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. His mom played piano while he sang it at a bar in Rochester, New York.
Wow. Nice, Ray. That's a great memory. That's awesome, man.
Dude, that's incredible. John Joseph, who's been on fire on the chat today. I love it.
Look at his choice.
Dolly Parton's Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
There's only one Double J, dude. There's only one John Joseph out there, and God bless him, dude. Dropping some whorehouse on a Friday. Yeah, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. That reminds me. I love it, John. Perfect, man. Perfect. Yeah.
Rockin' New Era checking in, and he says Michael Bublé's Home. Bublé's Home. I love it. I didn't see that coming. Rockin' New Era. That's great. Patty from Napa says, I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family.
Hell yeah, Patty. Hell yeah. Dude, man, Patty, how about I do that instead of Staggerly? I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I know the chorus. That's as far as I can go. But I like it, Patty. I like you dropping some David Cassidy. I've heard he's a really cool guy. I don't know if he's still with us, David Cassidy, but I've heard like he's a pretty good.
Don't put him under you, Paulie.
I like doing that. I know. Yeah, you ever Stevie B? He checked out too. I don't know if you guys heard. Stevie B's no longer with us. You know what I mean?
Oh no, he did. Paulie, he did leave us on.
Okay, every now and again, I'll land a punch. I thought he was gone, but rest in peace to David Cassidy. I got no problem with it.
Side note, our buddy Your Mom Is Cool loves when Paulie puts somebody 6 feet under when they're still alive.
I don't mean to do it. I'm just trying to be respectful. You know what I mean? That's why I ask. Is he still with us? I don't know.
Oh, it's great. Okay, Patty from Napa, we did that. Okay, Mikey, Patty's better half. Mikey says Dust in the Wind by Kansas, or are we doing Will Ferrell's version of Dust in the Wind? Which one?
Great call, dude. While they're having the funeral for Blue. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Yeah. Blue, dude. Yeah.
I guess Will Ferrell has a new show coming out where he plays a golfer on Netflix. It's coming out.
Nice. Oh, I like the premise. I like it.
Me too. His name's Hawk, by the way. Hawk. Just,
Perfect. I'm already interested. Great.
Now, see, Greg Trela, I would have never guessed this for Greg Trela because he's the one who gave us the musical assignment of the non-jazz songs that feature a saxophone. That was Greg Trela's assignment.
Right. Yeah, that was awesome. Yep. Yeah.
So he says, You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. And that's a childhood song or when he was younger, something from his youth, which that album, by the way, is very, very good. MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This album. Rags says Lakeside Park by Rush.
That's a great poll, Rags. Great freaking poll. Didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming, but I know exactly why you put that on there and phenomenal. That's a great choice, Rags. Lakeside Park rules. Great.
Second vote, by the way, for Lights by Journey.
Okay. Miriam.
From Miriam.
So Lights is going to represent the listeners today because it got multiple votes. Okay, so Lights will go on. Got it.
I love it. Her comment too. Someone had to pick the song. May as well be me. That's great. Miriam, you rock. That's awesome. Noemi. She says Doobie Brothers. What a Fool Believes.
Great track. Great.
Who was it that just brought that to the table for when we said yacht rock and do what a fool believes? Who brought that to the table? We had a guest on, and they said what if they brought. Do you remember that, Paulie?
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
We had a guest on a few weeks ago, and we were talking Michael McDonald, and they said, "Well, don't forget about what a fool believes." God, who the hell was that? Anyways,
I love. And by the way, Noemi is saying that her childhood. Hold on, I want to make sure I say the right thing here. Yeah, the dog's name was Doobie, so I guess her childhood dog's name was Doobie. Nice.
Oh my God, that's a great dog name.
It really is. Good.
That is a good. Stevie B, do you guys have a dog?
No, we don't.
Did you grow up with a dog?
I did grow up with a dog,
yeah,
but then there was too much. Oddly enough, I was like, I'll have a kid before I have a dog. I was like, not that I love dogs, but I was like, if I'm going to make this leap, I'm going to go full bore. And then I'm like, and then the dog can follow afterwards.
Yeah. I'm going to start with a human and then I'll go to the canine community. Yeah.
It's also the city's, it's tough to have a dog in the city too. It's not exactly, pet friendly when you don't have small lots and small, although it's Noe Valley is kind of a walking area, but when the time comes, Stevie B, you seem like a dog lover. Sweet Mad Hatter says Dolly Parton. What? The second vote for best little whorehouse in Texas?
Okay. I didn't see that coming either, but fine. I'll put it on. You guys want it? You got it. Dude, we got lights and we got best little whorehouse. Bro, if you put a gun to my head before the show, I could not have predicted this. There's no way I could have predicted 2 votes for best little whorehouse. And who is that? Sweet Mad Hatter? God bless you.
Mad Hatter from Central Oregon. And the leg bong. It's the freaking best. And then Dom wrapping it up from the Paulie's Pod at Gmail list. Thank you all for emailing your songs in. Dom says, Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy.
Hell yeah. All right, Dommy. Well, great submissions. And again, if you're new to the show, at the conclusion of the show today, I will go into Spotify. We have a public playlist there. It's called PMP 26, and we add the songs every Friday. So I'm going to add Lights and Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Tony, I'll go first. You come in after me, and then Stevie B is going to slam dunk the end. Yes, what do you got?
Yeah, stand by, Paulie, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Yeah, actually, I see Stevie bopping his head.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, there we go. Escobar Cheeks the third. He is a super, and he's doubling up on super. So we'll get the first one from Escobar right here. For me, my childhood was full of neighborhood parties and salsa shows. So Ruben Blades, Sonora Ponceña, El Grab Combo de Puerto Rico would be my list. Okay, would be on his list. So thank you, Escobar Cheeks the third. Again, introducing us to, or at least me, to something I haven't heard before. So I look forward to hearing that as well. Sonora Ponceña. And then Escobar Cheeks following up saying Oscar De Leon's band would come over after shows and play music at 2 a.m. while my mom would cook for them.
Wow.
That's incredible, dude. What a time to be alive. And he said, that's incredible. Escobar, thank you, dude. Peel back the layers of an Escobar Cheeks the third, man.
You're not kidding, dude. You're not kidding. There's a lot of layers there. And don't think I've forgotten about Escobar's prowess on the congas, dude. We are going to jam together, Escobar. It will happen. In fact, I got another gig coming up in July. We'll talk about it. Maybe you can bring your gear down and we can get it going there. All right, but thank you, Cheeks. Nice. Thank you as well. Did you say it's a double shot?
And no, that was two. Those were the two for Escobar. But we also go back in time. We don't need no stinking badges. When I said don't pencil in Jung Hoo Lee and Arias to Sharpie them in to the All-Star lineup. Yeah. We don't need no stinking badges. Says Sharpie me. So Stinking Badges wants to get Sharpied as well. Thank you for the super Stinking Badges. He's been on fire lately. I love it.
All right.
And finally, Steve Groschel. Steve Groschel's a super. He says, Paulie, I got a few people I'd like you to put underground. Let's discuss like gentlemen.
Hey, believe me, between me and Stevie B, I guarantee you we can make some phone calls to some Jersey Roughnecks and maybe achieve that. I could get a carload of Jersey boys out here by next week to execute this kind of request, Grosch. So let me know. Let me know what you need. I'll have Rag start talking to his people. You know what I mean?
Take care of that little problem, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Stevie, I took care of that thing for you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's it. That's the entire conversation. Or I'll call Stevie B and just be like this. Hey, Stevie. Yeah, it's Paulie. It's done. Okay. Yeah, it's done. How many times did you see that on The Sopranos? Hey, T. Yeah, it's done. like every time you went, yeah, Christopher Moltisanti, always on the payphone. Hey, T. Yeah, it's Chris. Okay, it's done. Yeah. All right. Dude, Tony, I'm going to go first. I want to go first. And I think, are you going 2 tracks, Tony? 2 or 1?
I am. I've got 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll go double shot as well. And both of my songs are coming off the same record. I got to be honest with you guys. When I think about growing up, I think about my youth. I think about my home in Jersey and all that stuff. I'm telling you right now, I would not have graduated high school without this record right here. Aerosmith rocks. I'm going to say this is probably, in my opinion, it's their best album. It is a perfect record, start to finish. If you've never heard this album, I mean, run to the record store and get a copy, or just go to Spotify and download it because, and Rags knows, dude, Rags, how many times, okay? How many times do we listen to this in my car, at a party? And here's the crazy thing, you guys, Stevie B, I still listen to this regularly. And I think if you probably, I probably listened to this album more than any other album in my life. Like, this has probably had more spins than any other. Recorded in 1976, but to me, this is like the peak of the proper Aerosmith song. It's loud, it's dirty, it's blues based. It's kind of like the template for what Guns N' Roses became. That kind of vibe, if you're not familiar with this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the song Last Child with the great chorus. I was a last child, just a punk in the street. And the chorus, Steven Tyler actually sings Home Sweet Home. And since we're talking about home, I thought that would be a good one. And by the way, I was a punk in the street. And then connected to The Last Child, the song that comes right after it, Tony, this is going to be big for you. I don't know if I ever told you this. The song is Rats in the Cellar. So I'm going Last Child, Rats in the Cellar. Are you aware of the fact, Tony, that the band Rat was referencing this song with their album Out of the Cellar?
I did not know that. No, I did not know that.
You got Aerosmith, Rats in the Cellar, and then when Rat put that album out, they called it Out of the Cellar. Get it? Okay, so Last Child, Rats in the Cellar, Aerosmith rocks. Tony, you're up, buddy.
Okay, so first one, okay. Well, I went with stuff that I basically heard in my house all the time on the turntable, and I still to this day, I still love these artists and I love their music because my parents were putting it on the turntable all the time. It also goes for Neil Diamond. It also goes for Jim Croce. It goes for Elvis, like all these people, the Beatles. But for me, first of all, I just got to go. I mean, just this greatest hits record of Elton John's was played all the time. And look at Elton in the back, by the way, too. It's just freaking
It's a great batch of songs right there. When are you gonna come down? I love all that 70s Elton stuff. It's great.
Me too, man. So the album goes, I mean, the compilation, Your Song, Daniel, Honky Cat, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Border Song, Crocodile Rock. Amazing list of songs here. Benny and the Jets for me.
Okay.
The track that whenever it would come on and whenever I hear it, it takes me back to my childhood, Stevie. Seriously takes me back to my childhood. So I love this topic, dude, because I started going through all my records. I'm like, yes, dude, there it is. And I haven't pulled this out in a while, so I'm going to give it a spin this weekend. So thank you, by the way, for inspiring that. So first of all, that is Elton John, Benny and the Jets. And then second, this record was in our house too. And this record is from my house, from my parents' collection that I took. And I'm like, I'm taking this. And it's Creedence Live. Okay.
Wow.
In Europe. Okay.
I would never have guessed this, Tony. I did not see this coming. I love this.
Right. So September 4th through the 28th, 1971 is this compilation. And I got to go with Proud Mary because my dad to this day will still sing the Creedence version of Proud Mary. And it was echoing through the halls of my house growing up as a kid. And so again, I was like, oh, these two are home runs for me. So Proud Mary by Creedence and Benny and the Jets by Elton John.
Fantastic. Great. Tony, two great choices. I did not see either one of those coming. Benny and the Jets, Proud Mary, CCR, got you covered. Okay. Stevie B, brother. Nice. Totally.
Amazing. Look at that.
CCR too, with one of the great all-time heists of having people believe they were growing up in the swamps of the bayou and they were just writing this stuff from El Cerrito.
Incredible. That's you're all over it, dude. They sound like they're from deep in the swamp, and then they're like, no, they're from right over there, right near Berkeley. It's like, what? I know.
But when you think about it too, in that era, like you didn't find out, like you didn't have all this information at your fingertips, so like you could pretty much say anything you want unless somebody was really deep diving. How would you be? You'd be none the wiser.
100%, man. 100%. Look at that. You're getting a lot of love right there, Stevie, too. All right. Well, Stevie B, listen, man, great assignment. We love having you on the show, and it's up to you now, brother. The floor is yours. So take us home, Stevie B style.
Yeah. And to your poll too, Paulie, I think a lot of people forget about that era of Aerosmith and how different and how great it was comparatively, because it's night and day from what they go on. You know, when they have their second resurgence and stuff, it's, you know, they hit their highs, but it's nothing at all like that. And real quick too, T, the Elton John was a great poll because my mom always references that she went to the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour.
Nice.
But tickets sold out and she was like devastated. And my grandfather went on the secondary market to get her tickets, and like the splurge, I forget what it was. I want to say he paid like $15 for that ticket, or like 12 when they were like 6. So it was like, I paid over double on the.
Dude, look at Elton. Look at Elton right there. I mean,
that's all I need. That's all I need. Hold that up again, T. Let me get another piece of that.
I mean, you know, when are you gonna come down? Yeah, come on, dude. How about on horseback? I mean, come on, are we kidding right now? This is incredible. So, and on the river shot too. They're on the river. There you go. So
imagine the stories his photographers probably have.
They probably just extinguished the J before they started that shoot. I guarantee. Or just threw the ropes in the river. Yeah.
Elton made him sign an NDA, probably.
Totally.
Yeah.
Steve, all right. Well, also too, a nod to mine. It's pretty apropos that Standard Deviant is the sponsor, because with the tie-in to Springsteen and stuff, when we had the opening night, I was talking with Mark, and I forget how we got on topic, and maybe I was mentioning about being from New Jersey, and the band that he played in, he was like, oh, we played at Asbury Lanes years and years ago when they were on the road. And I was like, wow, small world. But
I didn't know Mark was a musician. That's awesome. Great info, dude. I'll have to talk about that. That's killer.
Yeah. So back to that, my selection, and it's on the nose, but it was fitting, is going into that show at Asbury. Mine was Growing Up, because he did a great rendition of it. And here's me, one of my oldest buddies in the middle, and then like practically my brother on the right, who I've known since we were like 10 years old.
Love this. Love the picture. Love everything you're saying. And is that a Dead shirt in the middle? It looks like a Steal Your Face. Yeah,
it is. I want to say it's one of our friends is a graphic designer, and he does a bunch of different stuff. Dom, I'll have to link you up and put you in touch with some of his work. He does some great stuff.
Well, dude, Growing Up is always one of my favorites too, Stevie B. I saw the first Bruce show I ever saw. He played that, and anytime he does play it, it's always a good night, because I love Growing Up, dude. I was a cosmic kid in full costume dress. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was great too, because he takes this break at the end, like right before the final verse and stuff, and he's addressing the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he's going back to his early days with Asbury, and he's like, you know, when we were here and there was nobody here. Yeah. And then he's like, and now he's like, I woke up and I thought, where the F did all these people come from? And it was huge though, because growing up, like really since the 60s, like Asbury fell on its face, and we used to go to punk shows, and we used to go to the skate park there. And my parents, it was a strict, like, you get there, you stay there. Before we could drive, it was like, you call us to pick you up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, don't go wandering. And you would never, ever, ever imagine if you go there now. Tony, we were talking about this at Longbridge for the Jerry Day benefit. I was like, if you ever find your way in New Jersey and it's the summer, this is the place to be now. It's completely transformed the past 15 years.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. I love it, Stevie B. I want to pull up another photo really quick, Stevie B, because this is a good photo. The smiles in this photo, I want you to explain this one too real quick. Let's see here. There you go. Yeah, give us some background on this one. I guess
this is when we're feeling it for sure. This is is the night before. This is my friend Amanda. Nice. And yeah, my other buddy. This was was this the night before? I want to say that it was at 311, I think, closed out that night.
Nice.
Wait, was your friend Amanda? Did she come to the Chase Center show? Was she at the Longbridge party before Chase?
No, but she would love to. She's been out to San Francisco a couple times. A few of our other friends that are also from New Jersey were out there for sure.
Yeah, nice, man. Now, are you going 2-pack or are you going double shot, Stevie B?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'll select.
Yeah.
Because we were there with our parents, I'm going to go with the one from Springsteen since that's the theme. If I have to go outside of Springsteen, I'd have to pick one off of Green Day Dookie because that was the first album that I ever got on my own.
Nice.
So I'd have to go with that. But before we go to this concert, we asked both of our moms, we were like, what's the one song that you want to hear that's like, anything's in play because it's this type of show, but we're not sure, like one that you probably are unlikely to hear that's a deeper cut. And my wife's mom said She's the One. And my mom always, she's like, I've seen him do a few times, but she always wants to hear Meeting Across the River going into Jungle Land.
Okay, hell yes. Yes.
And of course, as it would happen, She's the One works its way in probably about like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the set list. And then towards the end, there's like a hush over the crowd, and he does the intro to Meeting Across the River for Jungle Land. And that was it. I was like, chef's kiss. This is it.
No, that's as good as it gets. That's the crown jewel right there, dude. I Stevie B, just between you and me, dude, I'm a massive Meeting Across the River guy, dude. I freaking love the trumpet, the whole thing, dude. Gary Talent on the stand-up bass, you know what I mean? Like it's such an unusual.
Gary Talent never really gets mentioned as much as he should. If you turn up like those early bass lines, like he came out with Trey before their set, and they did Kitty's Back in Town, not Gary Talent, Springsteen. Yeah. But like all of that bass line work is unbelievable.
Yeah, Gary's a beast, man. He's a beast. And I always like to remind people, he's been there literally since day one. He's played every single E Street gig in history, Gary Talent.
And Stevie, seriously, my biggest takeaway from the Chase Center show, and I told Paulie this, that the next day, I was like, I was locked in on the rhythm section. Yeah. With Gary Talent and Max Weinberg, and those guys are both in their freaking mid-70s, dude, and they're locked in and laying down a groove, man. And I love Gary Talent's vibe. He just stands there, doesn't move much. He's got the shades on, and he's in the back, and he's like,
"He's a cool cat, man." Gary's a cool dude. He's like the epitome of cool. He's just chilling, laying down the groove for Bruce every night, man. Yep,
great call.
Well, Stevie B, brother, it has been a pleasure. I mean, like I say, dude, there's a few things in life, like you got to get your daily allotment of Stevie B. And I like to say it's like vitamin C. You know what I mean? There's no overdose. Like the more Stevie B, the better the whole community will be. So, dude, thanks so much for coming on. And by the way, when is your due date for Little Basicchio?
Ooh, we're counting down. July 28th. Home
Damn, another July, baby. That means that's me, that's Tony, and that's, now do we know, boy or girl? I don't want to.
Not until they come screaming out, Paulie.
You and me. That's how I did it too. I went old school. What the hell is this? Is that
Stevie B? Explain.
Oh, they tagged the statue. I forget. It has to be like some founding member, like founder of Asbury Park. But this Tony Soprano head kept popping up in different places throughout the entire day.
Tremendous.
And, yeah.
They should leave it. Dude, that's the best. Hey, T, it's done. Okay. Yeah. Hey, T, or here's the other one. Stevie, here's the other one. Hey, T. Yeah, it's Chris. I took care of that thing for you.
I took care of that thing we talked about. Yeah.
I took care of that thing for you. Or another one when they don't want to say names because they're always worried the phones are tapped. Tony, they'll be like, hey, he'd be like, hey, T, you know our friend in Brooklyn with the bagels or whatever? Like he'll just say, like he'll apply without saying, you know our friend upstate, you know what I mean? With the marshmallows. Yeah, it's done.
And it's crazier when you meet people like that. Because there's a comedy element, and then I'm like, I've met 12 guys exactly like that before.
Well, that's what I used to tell Tony and others. They were like, "Oh, this is so funny," but there aren't any people like that anymore. I'm like, "You want to bet? You want to bet? Go back to church. You can throw a stone and hit 10 guys like that." All right, Stevie B, listen, brother, we love you, man. Yeah, go ahead, T.
Really quick, we have we're gonna do speed supers real quick because we got a few late supers, and I'd love to get these on while Stevie B is still with us. And Stevie B, thank you for taking the time, dude, and bringing a great topic to the table, man. I love.
Thank you guys.
Going back down memory lane. You forced me to go back down memory lane and take me back to my house in San Mateo, and Elton John and Creedence for me. And then We got Chutch 916 saying mid-late 80s annual Rubino houseboating trip at Lake Shasta. All the kids singing "My Ding-a-Ling" by Chuck Berry. That's his.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, Chutch. I appreciate that. I know the track. I know it well.
Yep.
Thank you.
Me too,
Thank
man.
you.
Chutch,
Yeah.
thank you for the super, brother. Thank you. Now we got a double. We got a Jake Lucas coming in, and we love Jake and the Hum Daddies. Check out the Hum Daddies at Hum Daddies. They do a great show. He says Danzig, Seventh House. Please
Love
take
it.
a listen and view the lyrics. How about that?
I love it, man, and I love that Jake is a freaking Danzig guy doing a Misfits fan. I love that about Jake. It's awesome.
It was just Glenn Danzig's birthday, I think, earlier this week. By the way, FYI,
Another Jersey boy. By the way, there's another Jersey boy right there, Glenn Danzig. Yeah. Did you say he has two, Tony? Is there another one?
There's two more after this. Okay, so then
my bad. Yep.
Steve Groschel checking in for one more super. We love Stevie Grosch. He says Aerosmith was trying to figure out the name of that album. Then Joe Perry said they should call it Rocks.
Yeah.
Because it does. How about
Perfect.
that?
Joe Perry coming through like he always does. Yeah. I love it, man. Love it,
I love
Grosch.
it.
I've
Stevie
heard that.
Grosch. Yeah, thank you for the super. Thank you, everybody, for the supers. And then Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, as you said, Stevie B. She is she basically gifted the musical assignment to Stevie B, and we are just blessed with the Stevie B assignment today. So thank you, Stevie. She says, apologies, I have to drop for a legal call. Incredible job, Stevie B. So there you go, the queen of the
Much
scene.
obliged to the queen.
Oh, you know what, guys? Hold on. We got one more. This is it. Last one. This is the cutoff right here. But get this last one from Escobar up. This is a good one. I'm glad you said that, Cheeks.
Escobar Cheeks the third. Thank you for another super. And he says, last one, please send prayers to Venezuela. And absolutely, man. They got rocked by two back-to-back 7.5 and 7.1 earthquakes. And it affected Baracoto on the Giants. I mean, his brother's girlfriend passed in the earthquake. So yes, prayers up. Good vibes to Venezuela for sure. Escobar Cheeks, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, Cheeks, and thank you for the sentiment, man. I appreciate that, and have a great weekend. All right, Stevie B, we're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to do a long bridge spot, and then we're out. We're going to get into the weekend. So, Stevie, thanks again, brother. Best of luck with the baby. You're getting close. Not quite, but almost. You're getting right there up on the line. So have a great weekend, and hope to hang very soon, my brother.
All right. Thanks a million, fellas.
Stevie, thank you, brother.
B. Give him a round of applause. Stevie B,
Hell
everybody. He's one of our favorite guys for obvious reasons. Just like Longbridge Pizza is our favorite pizza place for obvious reasons. You know who loves Longbridge? Steve Bisecchio. You want to know what he loves about LBP? Not only the pizza, but he and I have broken this down. I'll say it again. You guys are going to get sick of me. You probably already are sick, so I apologize. But it's the best chicken parm sandwich I've had on the West Coast, period, end of story. And I'm not just saying that. If you've never – and – listen, before I found Longbridge Pizza, I looked around San Francisco for chicken parms. They're not easy to find. There aren't a lot of people making them. And the ones that do make them, they're not great. And then along comes Neil Donardi. He's like, Paulie, you ever try my chicken parm? Now I can't stop eating them. It's one of my favorite things LBP has to offer. And every Wednesday is specialty sandwich day at Longbridge. So if you're like me or Steve Bisecchio, you want to try out that chicken parm, you want to try Vinny's Gabagool, you want to try the chopped cheese. There are vegetarian options as well. So if you're like Tony, you don't want to eat the meat, you can always ask for like a vegetarian interpretation of the cheesesteak. He'll give you the chopped cheese mushroom style. Tony was a big fan of that one. And of course, the pizza's the top of the line, man. The sourdough crust is the key, in my opinion. It's the key to the success of the whole thing, because when you first eat Longbridge, you're like, what is it about this? There's something different going on here. And then I remember when I finally put it together, I'm like, oh my God, the crust is sourdough. It adds a whole new kind of vibe to the pizza, a whole new kind of flavor. So try them out anytime. 2347 3rd Street. Like Tony said, a couple of Valkyries games this weekend. So if you're heading down there, try Longbridge before the game, try Longbridge after the game. I know Corinne is like that. She'll hit it pre and post. You know what I mean? Little pregame meal, and then something to take home for late night too. So join the Vibe Tribe. Thank you, Neil Donardi. We love all of you guys down at Longbridge, Steven and Andre, Gabino, all of you guys, man. You guys are family, and we love having you guys in the Polymac Particle community. So thank you, LBP. Tony, final words, and we'll get into the weekend, buddy.
Yes, also thank you, Andrew Markoulis, repping Longbridge Pizza from Tahoe. He lives right next to Sunnyside. I'll be seeing Andrew next weekend up in Tahoe. And
I'm not getting enough Markoulis. I got to tell you the truth. I'm not getting enough, but I'll
get a healthy dose for both of us next weekend, Paulie, because we're looking at Tahoe City Golf, 9 holes, Tahoe City Golf, and Andrew and Neil are just They're partners for Longbridge Pizza, and they do it. They're buddies, and they're a prime example that two buddies that want it bad enough can make it work, right? So really good stuff from Andrew Markoulis and Neil Denardi, Longbridge Pizza. And I just want to remind everybody, if you want to hire the pizza wagon, the Longbridge Pizza wagon, the Neil Denardi and Gilbert and the whole posse, they can come to you in any event that you might be having. Just email them, events@longbridgepizza.com, events@longbridgepizza.com. Let them know the details of your special event, and they'll come to you, and they will bake the best pie that you'll have in San Francisco at your house or wherever you want to have your party. They can do it for you. Events@longbridgepizza.com. And Valkyries and Giants in town this weekend. Valkyries hosting tonight and Sunday, and the Giants hosting the Braves all weekend. If you go to those games, get to Longbridge before or after the games, and you will not regret it, Paulie.
Awesome, Tony. Thank you so much. And Stevie B, thanks again. Patty, thank you too, because I know you had your hands in that as well, the musical assignment. And thanks to all of you guys for just supporting the show. What's up, Sparksy? I see you over there. Will Sparks in the house. Don Peralta, Carlos, your beautiful daughter, Sarah. Hope she has a great birthday. Joe Schmo's in the house. Cheeks. Dude, we're due too. I'm due for Stevie B. I'm due for Cheeks. It's been way too long. We got to get something on the calendar. I know we got the August thing coming up. But there is a buzz. I don't know. Tony was talking World Cup. We'll talk next week.
There's chatter involving Longbridge Pizza. And it was Neil Denardi's idea. Neil's idea. So, let's just hope USA takes care of business on July 1st. Let's just hope that happens. And then we got some ideas out there.
Yeah, we got some ideas we're cooking up right now. So all of you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for being with us on the Polymac Particle Show. Creative Tony, I'm going to leave the final moments to you. You pull those levers and let's get this weekend going, my man.
I want to shout out San Carlos Little League All-Stars as we embark on our 4 p.m. first pitch as we take on Redwood City. Let's play a great game, boys. And then also, again, Paulie, vibes up for Mama Arkansas, who had a fall, and she's in the hospital right now, Arkansas Dave's mom. Big vibes to her. Big vibes to our guy, Mark Gravy Graves in Arizona, as he's healing up from a hospital visit. And like we said before, big good vibes for Venezuela as well, Paulie. So that's all I got for this Friday edition of Polymax Particles, Paulie. So on that note,
business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Awesome, man. Really fun week. I had fun today, had fun yesterday, had fun all week. And that's the idea, man. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are, because we love giving you guys this show 5 days a week. And we'll be back Monday to do it again. We will see all of y'all at 4:20 on Monday afternoon. Until then, enjoy yourselves. Stay out of trouble. If you need to get bailed out of a drunk tank somewhere, call Creative Tony. He's always happy to bail people out, even if it's 2 or 3 in the morning. Call the house line too. He prefers that, not the cell. Call the house line. Wake the whole family up. I'm kidding, of course. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Tony, good luck today. Go win that game, dude. Go ahead and win that thing.
thank you, brother. And also thank you, everybody, for listening on Instagram or watching on Instagram Live. Thank you, everybody, for watching on YouTube at Polymax Particles. Like and subscribe while you're there. Comment on the videos. It all helps the algorithm. And also thank you for everybody listening to the audio versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. With that said, peace, y'all. Have a great weekend and go enjoy the sunshine, everybody. It's a beautiful weekend ahead of us. Peace.